There's a real basic saying in the trauma world. I've been studying trauma-informed and responsive system transformation for years, kind of transforming the thought of what's wrong with somebody in terms of mental health, what's wrong with someone, and shifting that to what's happened to someone. I think it even goes further than that. The whole idea is about building empathy into the way that we understand situations, understand each other, and how we can find solutions together in a way that honors each other's experiences.
The biggest difference is the part of incorporating evidence-based practices, and this really includes bringing research into the conversation of policing in a way that the techniques that are being used, whether it's tactics, strategies, and programs that are being brought into the communities, we're looking to see if that's been tested through research and if it's actually effective, and also looking at the ways that we can reduce community harm. So that's one of the major differences. The other part is that in the community policing model that Measure uses, law enforcement serves as an equal stakeholder in the communities in mitigating crime and also building relationships, and not just an external enforcer of the law. And so in that sense, it's different.
Cities, in dealing with policing practices, have to begin with the understanding that their decisions are going to be evidence-based. We know we can all make decisions about what we think feels right or what we think is going to work, and we can all work on hunches. But that day really is gone. The stakes are too high, and there's too much in public resources that are being spent. So we need to know now what's working and what's not. Community policing would be an example of that. Austin, Texas wants to move toward community policing because we want to be proactive rather than reactive in dealing with the challenges in our community. But how do we know if that's really effective? How do we know if that really works? So in a community like Austin, what we're doing right now is we're identifying the metrics that we expect to move with community policing. What are the metrics that we need to measure and then watch to see whether or not movement toward community policing actually delivers to us the things that we want. We can measure public sentiment and see how that changes. We can measure crime rates and racial profiling to see how those metrics move. We can look at use of force incidents and response times. We can look at discretionary arrest rates. We can look at officer job satisfaction and safety. Those, we can apply objective measures to those things and then determine whether or not or to what extent additional investments in community policing are helping us get to where we want to get to.